beautiful Thursday morning. That was until I got the news that Shane Bieber is getting dealt to the Toronto Blue Jays. 2 Biebers now in Canada. I don't know if Justin's there right now, but he's from Canada. Back with Andres Jimenez, old friend. We get in return prospect pitcher Khal Stephen. Jack, what do we know about this kid? Anything?
Khal Stephen went to Mississippi State. Coming into the year, a lot of people thought this kid was going to project to be like a 4 or 5 starter in the MLB because he had really good control, a strong fastball, and a strong changeup, but he hadn't quite developed like that strikeout pitch yet entering 2025. Well, that's what happened in 2025, and this kid's been incredible so far. Just a quick look at the stats, like 2.06 ERA, 91 innings on the mound, already has 99 strikeouts, only 18 walks as well, I believe, which is ridiculous so far. Like, this kid is really in control of his stuff right now. Like, when you're looking at a guy like Shane Bieber, who probably, if he pitched any sort of good baseball to start off this season when he got back off the DL, you weren't getting him back next year, or you weren't getting him back for the price that you thought you were with the player option. So this made total sense to let him walk. You get a really, really solid prospect back in return, and hey, like, who knows? Nick, you hinted at it before the show, like, you could get him back in the offseason.
That's the thing about this, right? And I think there's a little bit of like, and this was always going to be the case, there's going to be a little bit of panic in the streets of Cleveland because Shane Bieber has been traded, Cy Young Award winner. We appreciate his time here, and you see what you get back. A kid that's pitched a lot in A-ball. I think he's made 1 start in Double-A, so it doesn't seem like a great package. That's because this is a rental for Toronto. This is a player that hasn't, doesn't have a lot left on his existing deal in Shane Bieber. He could very well opt out of this thing. So it'll be fascinating to see. I do also want to say, like, Shane was awesome here for our Guardians. To think that he was able to take the baton from Corey Kluber and give us like that 2019 MLB All-Star game when he wins MVP in Cleveland was kind of just like the welcome to the Shane Bieber show. And then just from there on, it was game on, really. So it was just the awesome way to transition from one legend to the next. And I think Shane Bieber will always be loved.
And you can say, like, it's a shortened season. He didn't have a full 30 starts or whatever. COVID, there's no fans in the building. But if you look back at that 2020 season as well, I've never seen a run like what Shane Bieber did that year. Like, that was just ridiculous. His, like, dominance for that 15 or so game stretch. And he was always awesome in the playoffs. Like, I know he was a bit rough in 2020, but, like, 2022, he was a dog against the Rays and the Yankees. He was awesome when he got the chance. Like, man, it sucks, too, that, like, who could have known when he made that start against the Mariners, when he had 2 amazing starts to begin 2024, that was the last time we'd ever see the guy?
It's crazy, too. Like, I know so much has been made of that. Like, the fact that, like, how did he look that good? And he was hurt and like, literally pitching through pain, and he looked so good.
99 overall.
It's crazy to think that was the last that we've seen of Shane Bieber in a Cleveland uniform. I hope he balls out in Toronto for this last, couple of starts, really, that it'll end up being, and then into the playoffs he goes to a really good team. So I hope he balls out for them and goes and gets a really huge contract somewhere this offseason, because he deserves it. He's been looking for it for a good minute. The Guardians quite literally manipulated and used up every single last ounce of service time that they could get out of Shane Bieber. So I hope he is able to enjoy the fruits of all of that labor and waiting at some point this offseason.
And I think also one thing to note is that Khal Stephen did come out of the bullpen a bit in college at the start of his career. So, like, there's a chance that with a guy who's a college pitcher who, even maybe if what he's done so far in single A, I know he's hurt right now, like, if this doesn't totally translate or stick and he is more like a 4 or 5 starter, there's a chance he could be up and in the bullpen next year.
This is from Jensen Lewis. Khal Stephen, per press release, was just put on the IL on July 20th with right shoulder impingement after being promoted to Double-A New Hampshire.
So he's hurt.
So yeah, just what I said before, but yeah, like that's the fact is, like, when you have a guy who, that's why you're getting him for Shane Bieber, a rental who has a player option for next year, but a guy who exceeded expectations so far this year, has always been consistent with his main 2 pitches and has good control. So, like, you really can't ask for more for a hurt guy himself.